We did it! Hey, I'm Ben. I'm a huge fly fisherman, and I'd like to tell you about something that we, as a community, pulled off recently. We had a big party on the river, and we raised a bunch of money for something called Colorado Water Trust. There are lots of ways we can help our rivers, and I think one of the best ways is to keep the water in the river instead of pulling it out for irrigation or whatever. That's exactly what Colorado Water Trust does. They buy water to ensure that it stays in the river. Weird concept, I know, but it works. There's a donation link in the video description, by the way. So I put together an event called Hugefest, super clever name, and you all stepped up to support me and Colorado Water Trust. In the end, we raised about $7,000 to benefit Colorado's rivers. What does that $7,000 do? Well, just as an example, it's enough money to keep 40 million gallons of water in the Yampa River. If you've ever driven down the Yampa in late summer, you know that river needs every drop of water it can get. Think about the pike minnows. I said 40 million gallons, but how much water is that? It's 60 Olympic swimming pools, 25 million toilet flushes, 100,000 hot tubs. To put it in more realistic terms that you can understand, it's 426 million cans of beer. So enough for an evening float. If you made a pyramid with all of those cans, it would be almost 12,000 feet tall. So anyway, we're buying a lot of water with the donation from Hugefest. Before I recap everything that went down at Hugefest, I'm going to briefly tell you about the sponsors because it would not have happened without these brands. Riversmith, a Colorado company. They make a cool line of luggage and bags, and of course the douche tubes that we're all familiar with. Stickers coming soon. You can use code HUGE for 10% off at riversmith.com. Boulder Boat Works, another Colorado company. Sweet looking and functional drift boats that come in 3 different hull designs. You can lay out your own new boat or pick up a used one. When I finally get a drift boat, it's gonna be a Boulder boat. Also, Red's Flies, an online fly shop with premium flies at a discount price. They currently have micro chubbies available. Might want to scoop those up before I do. Use code HUGE for 10% off at redsflies.com. Temple Fork Outfitters. You've heard of TFO, right? Great fly rods. I've got a few that I've been using for a long time. And what separates TFO from a lot of other rod companies is their warranty and customer service. Okay, so what exactly was Hugefest? The real party was Saturday night, but a bunch of us showed up the night before to pregame. We had campsites, RV sites, and cabins to stay in. We grilled on the campfire. I went to bed at a reasonable hour, but some people stayed up maybe a little too late. On Saturday, we fished. Some folks wade fished. I opted for the party flotilla with about half a dozen other boats, and we floated back to camp. I caught a fish on a blue popper, just got to work that in there somehow. Other boats that were a little more serious about fishing floated different stretches of the river. Saturday night was the real shindig. We had catered food, it was pulled pork, and I saw at least one person eating the tofu vegetarian option. There was a hilarious and a little bit colorful comedy show from our fellow angler, Elin Stribling. I missed a lot of the show because I was doing other stuff, but I heard lots of laughing. We had on-site casting instruction from Austin Orr of Elevate Fly Casting. That was a cool addition. Austin specializes in saltwater casting instruction, and he offers a virtual option if you didn't make Hugefest. Odell Brewing helped us out by providing beer for everyone. We should have made a pyramid. The highlight of the evening was definitely the giveaway drawing, not really a raffle. Holy crap, there was so much stuff. I can't go through all the brands and guides and outfitters and fly shops that donated, but wow, you guys really stepped up. Thank you. Just like our sponsors, Hugefest would not have been a thing without all of the prize donations. People won all kinds of cool gear and trips. The giveaway portion of the night was a little rowdy and super fun. So I'm calling this an absolute win. We came together to have a good time and support a cause, and we did it. There were some minor details that could be improved for next year, but overall, I thought it went great. And yes, we are going to do it again next year. My goal is to hit $10,000 for Colorado Water Trust, and I know we can do it. So that's it. I just wanted to tell you about Hugefest and let you know that conservation is real and you can make a difference. As anglers, it's our duty to be stewards of our resource, and I'm beyond thrilled that I can be part of something like Hugefest and Colorado Water Trust. Thank you for watching. Thanks to everyone who attended. Thanks to my support crew. Thanks for the brands and individuals who supported this event. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, conservation is cool, and stay huge. I planned this thing for about a year. And when we started doing it, like, I didn't know if anybody would buy a ticket or anybody would show up or anybody would want to sponsor it. And boy, was I humbled and just floored. Not bad for a guy with a fly rod and a GoPro, I think.